Hey guys, how you going? Welcome Facebook. I've got some cool stuff for you again today. So this is a big promise. So how to be super effective in 4 days a week. I've just started a new workout program. I'm really excited about, and I wanted to share with you guys today. So here it goes. So the first day, I just started day one today, and what I'm doing is across the 4 days, it's an interesting one because I try to program things in a way that where things don't overlap too much. Like just say like doing 2 compound chest movements day after day. So what I tend to do is I do 1 compound movement one day and then 1 isolation the next, and then trying to get it to flow on and make sure it sort of all works together, like across every body part and every section of the body. So with the workout I did this morning, I wanted to run you guys through it. So this morning I did bench press, so wide grip bench press, so 3 sets of 6 at 60% only. So this is 60% of your 6 rep max. So I did 3 sets of that, and then with 60 seconds break in between. Then I did some barbell back squats, which were 3 sets of 6 again at 60% again. So with 1 minute rest in between again. And the next one I did was, for back, was the closed grip chin up, so this one. Okay, 3 sets of 6 with 60 seconds break in between again. Okay, then what I did is I started the isolation format of the program, which was doing bicep curls, so 45-degree incline bicep curls. So you do a rotation like this. So rotate, because when you rotate there, you sort of tend to, if you turn that little finger in, you'll feel more of a contraction in the bicep. So that's why I really like that one. And also I did a 45-degree French press. So a French press, if you see the U-shaped bar or what's called an easy bar, they're sort of like curvy. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen these ones before. So they sort of shape in like this. And what you do with them is like you get it on the inside of the bar and you stick your thumbs together and like this. Okay, so but sitting on the incline gives you a much deeper hit in your triceps. So that's why I like that one. So yeah, like in terms of like the thoughts and stuff around the program, what I usually do is, I do like chest, back and legs, I'll do compound today. Okay, so that's what I did today. And tomorrow what I'll do is I'll do shoulders, biceps and triceps as my compound movement. And then what I'll do is I'll do my chest and my legs as my isolation. So because I did legs today as my compound, so tomorrow I'll do them as my isolation. So that way every body part like gets hit in a compound way and in an isolation way. And then what happens is I take 1 day rest, and then I'll follow up with the day after where I'll start the sequence over again, but just with different exercises this time. So by doing it like this, like you get a very well-rounded program. So when you guys are putting your programs together, make sure you're leaving nothing out, but make sure it all works too. And the best way I suggest this is to write it down, and see how it flows in to see whether it works. Because when things sort of cross over too much, like it doesn't really work. Like you tend to be hitting the same body part too much, or something like that, or not enough isolation and too much compound. Then it tends to sort of cause the program to break down a little bit. So really have a think about that, guys. I hope I've sort of shared some really cool thoughts with you. Really combining your isolations and your compounds, because when you do compound and isolation, you get a good hit everywhere. But like just say with chest today, like doing a tricep exercise or exercise involving the triceps tomorrow, like for a chest day. The reason I went in and gave myself a isolation one is because I don't want to be hitting a compound movement like chest again tomorrow. So. And then what I'll do is I'll have 1 day rest, and then I'll be ready to fire up again on Thursday for the compound chest movement. So you can see it goes compound, isolation, compound, isolation. So, and trying to figure out how it sort of flows in and really works and blends in across every body part. So if you guys want to share some thoughts like on what I've mentioned to you today, please feel free to comment in the sections below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Also, if you guys have any more questions about what I chatted about today, please don't hesitate to hit me up in the comments section again. And also, like, if you guys need a hand with anything, please feel free to inbox Save the Skinny Guy on my page. So, but yeah, if you guys found it useful, please give it a like and share it around. It would be much appreciated. And thanks again for your time today. I really appreciate you having given yourself the time to watch this, and I hope I've added some value to your day. So take care, and I'll see you soon.